Time now for the best high school sports action from the WBCB Sports Network. Catch the best games from Bucks and Mercer County at WBCBSports.com and our Facebook page. Your home for high school sports is right here at WBCB 1490.
Welcome to Central Bucks East High School, the home of the Patriots, as we get you ready for high school football on the WBCB Sports Network tonight. The Pennsbury Falcons have traveled from Fairless Hills to take on the Patriots. Falcons looking for their first win of the season. Central Bucks East coming in with a 3-1 record. Tonight's game on WBCB is brought to you by Team Toyota, St. Mary Medical Center, McCaffrey's Food Markets. This is the McCaffrey's Game of the Night. Thanks to the Revere Restaurant, Jen Shorn for DA, PNC Bank, Ben Franklin Plumbing of Levittown, Rob's Automotive and Collision powering portions of tonight's game. Thanks to BCWSA, Fred Herron for Sheriff, Kalinowski Performance Academy, PIAA District 1, Galaxy Landscaping, BAI Security Systems, the Trentonian, and this is the Trentonian pregame show, and we've got the Central Bucks East Marching Band getting set to perform, and we'll get that going in just a moment. Thanks to the Trentonian for making portions of tonight's game possible, along with Haldeman Ford, 9th Street on Main, Kramer's Bakery, Yardley Pharmacy and Supply, Jammer Doors, Yardley Family Haircutters, Charcoal BYOB, Villa Rosa Pizzeria and Italian Restaurant, also Junior's Car Wash right near Pennsbury High School on the corner of Hood Boulevard and New Falls Road. Big thanks to Junior's Car Wash for being with us for portions of tonight's game, along with the Pennsbury Football Parents Club. They invite you back to Falcon Field when the Falcons return in a few weeks to take on North Penn. Thanks to Senator Steve Sanacero making portions of tonight's game possible as a public service to the community. DiLorenzo's The Berg Pizza, Puss in Boots Tavern, and I think we got them all. Great community support of high school football on WBCB as we swing into Week 5 action, the second league game for both of these teams. And again, the Falcons looking for win number 1 on the season. CB East looking to bounce back after suffering a loss to CB South. And we'll get to kick off in just a little bit. It's coming your way on WBCB. And 20 minutes from Langhorne, a better Ford car and truck buying experience at Haldeman Ford, Route 33 in Hamilton Township. More selection, better price on Ford cars, trucks, and SUVs, and award-winning service. Haldeman Ford, Route 33 in Hamilton Township. And big thanks to 9th Street on Main in Yardley. No one, we mean nobody, makes a better South Philly sandwich than 9th Street on Main. They're right there at 40 South Main Street in Yardley. Steak sandwiches made with sliced ribeye, chicken cutlet sandwiches, pan-fried the old school way. South Philly hoagies made on South Philly seeded bread, roast pork, meatball, eggplant, and sausage sandwiches, plus all-day breakfast sandwiches, catering available. 9th Street on Main in Yardley, 40 South Main Street, open Tuesday through Friday from 10 to 6. Saturdays open till 4, and open on Sundays during the football season from 10 to 2. Perfect for this week's Birds game at 1 o'clock. Get hooked up with 9th Street on Main in Yardley. There is no other place like 9th Street on Main. And we thank them for being with us here for Pennsbury Falcon football on WBCB. And before we get to kickoff, we've got the CB East Marching Band out there. Ben and Gus, another nice night for some high school football. Kind of warm for this time of year.
A little bit, but we're here at the great CB East facility. You know, got the mountains in the background, absolutely beautiful. A little warmer of a night, should drop down the temperature as the night goes on. Yeah, you couldn't ask for a better night.
Well, we're going to see a balanced attack from the Patriots, Ben. But the Pennsbury defense, they've been pretty good at stopping the run throughout the season. And as the season has progressed, they've stepped it up with their pass defense as well.
They sure have, and that's been led a lot by Jacob Parada, their corner, who has been all over the place for the Falcons. 17 tackles on the year, even had a sack earlier this season. And, yeah, their defense has been really their saving grace here early in this 0-4 start. And a lot of these games aren't looking ugly because their defense has come through in so many situations.
Another unexpected performer over the last couple of weeks has been Sylvester Jones on the defensive side of the football, who has made some big plays. But right now we turn to the field and to the CB East marching band. The CB East Marching Band. Great performance, getting us closer to kickoff here on the WBCB Sports Network. The Marching Band in mid-season form, and we'll see what the CB East football team has for us. They're looking to bounce back after falling to CB South 21-14 last week, and was down on the field talking with head coach Donnelly, and mentioned a good start so far to the season. He was accepting no praise and just saying, look, we have to get a win here tonight, and that's what it's all about here for CB East. And same thing, Gus, for the Pennsbury Falcons. So far, winless, and you got to turn things around. A key is to keep this game close. The defense has played pretty well, and CB East, their offense can be potent, but you got to keep them in check in order to give the offense an opportunity, because they just have not scored a lot of points.
Yeah, you look at these past games for Pennsbury, and that's been the story. The defense has been able to really limit some of these teams, and you just look the last week, allowing only 14 points to Penridge. In hindsight, you go into that game, you think that's a win. You would hope your offense can score something, but to leave a potent offense like Penridge only to 14 points, you would think that's a win, and offense wasn't able to get anything going. So, yeah, the Pennsbury defense has been good with limiting this opponent's offense to low-scoring games. I think the most they gave up is like 21 this year. But this offense has really got to start to figure something out. And, this is now 4 weeks in. You would have to think they're maybe tweaking things or seeing something that they can really build on. But from up our angle, we haven't really seen much they can build from.
Well, Falcons looking for a big win tonight against CB East. It's a green out here for the Patriots as they honor former football head coach Larry Green, and some fundraising here to support the Larry Green Memorial Scholarship. So the cheerleaders in their green tees and the student section adorned in green as well tonight, Ben, in order to, a little green out style tonight to support this Patriots team.
Yeah, it's a good thing that with the green out. They always I have some friends that go to CB East, and they're always rocking their team green stuff. So very big here at East is the team green.
And they'll have a Hall of Fame ceremony at halftime, and we'll be with you throughout all of it tonight on WBCB. It's our McCaffrey's Game of the Night. McCaffrey's Food Markets, exceptional every day. So looking at the Pennsbury offense, one thing that the Falcons have gone back and forth on who is their main signal caller, who is at quarterback for this Pennsbury Falcon team. I think some of those decisions have been influenced by some injuries at the beginning of the season. Some of those decisions may be influenced by how the season has played out. But we've seen David Kane and Jack Arndt, and going into tonight's game, we're expecting to see sophomore quarterback Jack Arndt under center for a lot of the plays for this Pennsbury team, but possibility that they're going to be going back and forth between those two options as they have throughout this season so far.
Yeah, Arndt so far this year, he has played in every game, 8 for 20, 80 yards passing, no touchdowns, 2 interceptions, and he's been sacked 4 times. But last game, Arndt got in at the very end and went 5 for 6 with 43 yards, and that was really encouraging. Falcons were whipping the ball down the field in the air, which is something we have not seen them do in who knows how long. So an encouraging part of the game last week, if there's any sort of takeaway, is that they got a little bit of life down the stretch with Arndt throwing the ball. So we'll see Arndt tonight, and who knows, maybe we'll see some David Kane as well.
Yeah, looking for any kind of building blocks for this Pennsbury offense to get things going tonight against CB East. And against the Patriots, they're going to be facing a quarterback with a non-traditional QB number, Hunter Pulford, who Gus wears number 45, which is a high number for a quarterback.
I love it.
Yeah.
I absolutely love it. Yeah. It's something so obscure and something you never see that once you start to really look at it, it's kind of appealing. But 45, yeah, a weird number for the quarterback to be.
I think it looks weird.
You're a traditionalist, you know. You got to open your mind. You got to start to look outside the box. No, it's definitely weird. It's definitely something that nobody's really going to be used to or
unusual a little bit.
But I think it's cool. I think it's cool. You know,
change it up a little bit.
Yeah, I've seen it before in college football. Like I said years ago, Michigan did the one where their quarterback was number 98, so you got 98 slinging the rock. It's something you don't see very often, but something everybody will remember you for.
Well, and so far, Hunter Pulford with a good season, again, mixing it up. He's hit about 50% of his passes, Ben. I know you got some other stats, as he's the guy who's been part of this balanced attack, able to throw the football, run it a little bit, mix it up, and that's helped to keep their opponents off balance.
Yeah, Pulford 2 rushing touchdowns tonight, as well as the Falcons take the field. He's got a QBR of 67, so Pulford, he feeds the rock a little bit, but mainly their main attack is on the ground with Michael Price. 112 yards per game. He leads the team with 451 yards on the ground.
He's got 6 touchdowns.
Yeah, 6 touchdowns. That also leads the team. Price has been their main guy, the junior running back. That's who the Falcons are going to need to focus in on big time today. And if they can continue to stop the run as good as they have been over the last few weeks, Pennsbury could be in this game.
Falcons will be looking to bottle up that run game tonight as we get you even closer to kickoff. McCaffrey's Game of the Night on WBCB. Chris Ermer with Ben Goldstein, Gus the Bus Barber, Justin Lawrence behind the camera for us. We thank you for being out there as well. Tonight's game brought to you by DiLorenzo's, the Berg Pizza, 8919 New Falls Road in Levittown, owned and operated by third-generation family member Tyler DiLorenzo. Uses all the same recipes that his great-grandparents did back in the 1940s in Trenton's famous Chambersburg section. Try the only original Trenton tomato pie, other great gourmet pizzas like their mustard pie, soups, fresh salads, hot sandwiches, homemade pasta dishes, all served in a safe, clean environment. Eat in or take out. Check it out. DiLorenzo's, the Berg Pizza, 215-943-2605. That's 215-943-2605. All right, CB East, they got the banner out, cranking up the music.
Go green or go home.
Yeah, perfect for the green out tonight for the Patriots. And you can build a game-winning defense around your business. Falcons are going to need a game-winning defense tonight. BAI Security is your local hometown security partner, protecting what matters most. 24/7 alarm monitoring, fire and burglar alarms, security camera, access control, and now fire protection, sprinklers, kitchen systems, and fire extinguisher services. Play smart and protected. BAI Security, protecting your business like a champion. Call 215-493-1414.
Central Bucks East Patriots with head coach John Donnelly.
Again, the Patriots 3-1 this season, led by Coach Donnelly, taking on the 0-4 Pennsbury Falcons with Galen Snyder at the helm. great to have you with us. The Pennsbury Football Parents Club, making portions of tonight's game possible. Check out the all-new concession stands at Pennsbury home games this year, and also check out the all-new Pennsbury apparel. This game begins back-to-back-to-back away games for the Pennsbury Falcons, taking on the 3 Central Bucks teams. It begins with East before traveling to take on the Titans of CB South, and then the Bucks of Central Bucks West in this 3-game gauntlet. Captains out there, Connor O'Brien, Dante Ciola, Sean Beatty for the Pennsbury Falcons, along with Justin Meeks. And for Central Bucks East, it's Timmy Furmeister, who leads the team in sacks out there, along with Michael Price, and the honorary captain with Athletes Helping Athletes, representing the Central Bucks East Patriots. So let's see how we get this game underway tonight. And the Patriots win the coin flip, and they will defer to the second half. So Pennsbury will get the football first tonight, and maybe allow them to get that ground and pound game going on their first drive of the evening.
Yeah, I mean, if there's any way you need to get out in front, it's by doing it. And Falcons, something they have not done really all year is get that early lead. And who knows, if they can get out in front first, maybe they'll be able to put a win in the column.
Yeah, part of the recipe in the ground and pound kind of playbook, you get up and you stay up. So we'll see with the Falcons getting the football first, how we get this one underway. Meanwhile, we are going to step aside as we have the national anthem coming up. Yeah, okay. I think we got the coin flip right. So we'll be back. Kickoff coming up. McCaffrey's Game of the Night on the WBCB Sports Network.
This is Tommy Green from the 1993 National League champion Phillies. Every champion needs a good game plan. BCWSA and I want to make sure you have a game plan when it comes to conserving our most precious resource, water. Whether you're washing dishes, brushing your teeth, or watering your garden, there are ways you can save water and save money. Visit bcwsa.net for tips on conserving water. BCWSA, proven.
When it comes to plumbing, there's only one trusted name for your home or business. That's Ben Franklin Plumbing of Levittown. Whether it's drains, water heaters, faucets, or sewers, Ben Franklin Plumbing of Levittown can solve all of your plumbing problems. Time-tested and punctual since 1984. It's Ben Franklin Plumbing of Levittown. Call them at 215-943-1776. That's 215-943-1776 for Ben Franklin Plumbing of Levittown, a proud supporter of high school athletics in Bucks County.
Hi, I'm Sheriff Fred Herron. As your Bucks County Sheriff, it's my job to uphold the law and keep our community safe. That's what I've done every day for nearly 40 years in law enforcement. From the streets of Bensalem to the county courthouse, my focus has been on making our families feel secure in their homes, neighborhoods, and our schools. Safety requires proven leadership because in this office, experience is everything. This November, vote for our team so we can continue providing dependable leadership for our community. I'm your Sheriff, Fred Herron, and I approve this message.
Proceeding paid for by Herron for Sheriff.
Bucks County, this is home. It's where I was raised, where I learned right from wrong, where I'm raising my family, and where I've spent my life fighting for justice. I've taken on the toughest fights against murderers, traffickers, and child predators who believed they could prey upon the innocent and walk free.
The Pennsbury Falcons visit the CB East Patriots tonight, and the Falcons will get the football first, looking for their first win of the season, leaning on running backs Caden Brown, and we expect to see quarterback Jack Arndt in there. The other guy who's been touching the football quite a bit for the Pennsbury Falcons is Noah McCardle, with the loss of Jordan Brensinger earlier this season, who was their bell cow back over the first few games of the season.
Yeah, Brensinger in just 2 games had 44 rushes, was already up to 201 yards, had a touchdown as well, and he was getting off to a great start as usual this season. Unfortunately, you have now lost him for what is seeming to be the remainder of the year, and so you're hanging on Caden Brown. 47 rushes this year, 87 yards. He has a touchdown. And McCardle, I mean, when you look at the numbers, 33 rushes, 108 yards. looking pretty good from McCardle, the powerful back, who is hopefully only getting better as we move along.
Cole Wojnicki has gotten the whistle, and he will kick it off for CB East. Back deep is Luke Bagley and Sean Beatty for the Falcons, but not that deep of a kick, and going to come down taken by one of the up men, and across the 31, that was Luke Moyer, who returns it up to the 33, and the Pennsbury Falcons will begin their first drive of the night from their own 33-yard line.
Yep, so as expected, Jack Arndt out there tonight getting the start, and we've seen kind of the Falcons flip-flop. Arndt started the first 2 games, and since then it's been the flip-flop for the Falcons as Kane started last week, Arndt this week.
Aiden Kitcheman split wide to the near side. Arndt in the gun. Man in motion, and the play blown dead. That was Connor Randolph, who was the motion man, but offside is called on CB East. So move it up 5 yards, 1st and 5 for Pennsbury.
5-yard penalty brings up a first down and 5.
That'll help.
Well, last week the Pennsbury Falcons were hurt by penalties, some miscues. As Gus said, they held the Penridge Rams to 14, and pretty good for the defense when you look at Penridge right now at the top of the PIAA District 1 6A rankings. Again, a little bit more movement. The snap is bobbled, brought down and controlled by Randolph, but that play loses a little bit.
Looks like he kind of meant to do it, kind of like a volleyball pass to the motion man.
Yeah, I guess with the snap, you got to kind of, he tipped it to his guy.
Yeah. Intriguing.
2nd and 7 with the loss on 1st down. And that's kind of something new this week, as a little more action for Connor Randolph. Lined up in the near slot. More motion up front for CB East. No flag as Arndt escapes the pocket, and he's going to tuck it and go. He picks up a Pennsbury Falcon first down as he steps out of bounds at the 46-yard line.
With the keeper.
Nifty little vision there from the sophomore QB.
Enough for a Pennsbury first down. 1st and 10 from the 46.
Owen Grotz forcing him out of bounds.
It was another high snap, and Arndt under pressure able to escape and get the first down. Nice play by Arndt.
So again, Kitcheman split here to the near side. Randolph in that near side slot. And it's Randolph in motion. The give up the gut, but nothing doing there. McCardle gets back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Liam Hoey with the stop for the Patriots.
No, that's 3 straight plays, too, where Pennsbury had shotgun, man in motion, trying to go in, motioning in front of the quarterback. So didn't see that as much as we've seen more of a kind of old school, traditional, 2 backs behind the quarterback, trying to get a little bit of motion that way. But now you're seeing a slot receiver come through motion. It's maybe a little bit of a different implement of offense here for Pennsbury.
Yeah, and a different look for the Patriots as, again, Randolph in motion. Arndt drops back, throws, and completes it to Sean Beatty. Beatty out of bounds at the 44, and that'll be just enough for the Falcons to pick up another first down. Tommy Seiler there defensively for CB East.
That's what we were seeing at the end of last week. This time Arndt rolling out to the right, finding a Beatty on the sideline. Nice vision by Arndt, and nice play call by the Falcons for the first down.
Falcons a couple of first downs, and now push it deeper into Patriot territory at the 43-yard line. McCardle to the left of Arndt. And give to the motion man, Caden Brown. And Brown finds a seam. He picks up 8 yards.
Number 2, Caden Brown, the ball carrier, brought down by number 2, Chase Ingram.
Well, the Falcons offense showing some different things this week and paying off on this opening drive as they're now closer to another first down and picking up chunks each play.
best the offense has looked in the last couple of weeks right here on this opening drive.
Caden Brown got a pretty big hole on that run and was able to find it and get through it.
They move Sean Beatty to the other side of the formation. Again, Arndt in the gun with McCardle in the backfield. And Arndt drops back, throws over the middle, looking for Ciola, and it's broken up. Fortunate for Pennsbury that was not picked off.
Number 4, Ruben Bell.
Ruben Bell right there.
Brings up a 3rd down and 1.
And Bell kind of disappointed that he wasn't able to come up with the pick.
Student section.
Trying to crank up the CB East student section on a green out night. Falcons looking at a 3rd and 1. Most likely 4 down thinking at this spot on the field. But one of the things we've been hoping, we talked about on the way up, hoping to see Angelo Pereira potentially with a field goal opportunity tonight.
Hasn't gotten a single one this year.
The give here is to McCardle, and McCardle picks up the first down, but then the ball comes loose, and the fumble is recovered by CB East.
Fumble on the play.
Recovered by Liam Hoey.
Liam Hoey with the recovery.
And it looked like McCardle had picked up the first down, but as the play continued, the ball comes loose. The Falcons turn it over. That's been another issue with Pennsbury. You got some
first down and 10 from the 32
things that look good on the offensive side of the football, and then a mishap, a penalty, a fumble, a turnover.
It feels like every time Pennsbury finally has something going for them, they turn the ball over.
They give it up.
Something bad just happens, and they shoot themselves in the foot. And well, this was the best the offense had looked all year, and just another instance where shoot yourself in the foot, and now you're playing defense.
And now Hunter Pulford under center, drops back. Jones nearly gets to him, and he is sacked. Brought down by Henry Garlitz, excuse me. So a loss there, big loss, and great pressure by the Falcons up front.
Yeah, for multiple Falcons. You saw the one coming off the right side, just got chipped a little bit by the right tackle. It was a great move, just narrowly misses the quarterback, but Garlett's right there to finish up what his teammate was there to start.
Yeah, that was Sylvester Jones off the right end, and he started the meal, and Garlett's finished it up.
Garlett's cleaned up that one, and there's a great tackle by Jacob Parada. Comes in and takes down Chase Ingram. And the CB East Patriots looking at 3rd and long on their opening drive of the night. 3rd and 17 from their own 25-yard line. Falcons come up with a stop here and get the ball back. 7:52 to go, first quarter here in the McCaffrey's game of the night. Pulford from the gun, and Sylvester Jones, he steps just out of the arms of Jones, steps up into more Pennsbury defenders, and brought down on the play by Dante Ciola. Short gain will bring up 4th and long. And the Patriots will punt. Sean Beatty drops back to receive.
And a good job by the Falcons defense right there to really pick up their offense after that miscue of the fumble.
And now a flag is thrown, and too many men in the huddle for CB East. So this could improve the field position for Pennsbury on the kick.
Can't have 13 in there. Can't have 14.
Can't have 12 either.
Can't have 12 either. Can only have 11. I was
Only 11.
getting there, Ben. It was a slow build. It was
Only
a slow
11.
build.
All right, which Nicky will let this one go right around the 10-yard line.
Look out.
Pressure in his face. Luke Bagley nearly with the blocked punt, but the flag comes out as Bagley runs in to Wojnicki. And as the ball comes down, the play stopped at the 49, but a personal foul roughing the kicker called against the Pennsbury Falcons.
I think that's the first time I've actually seen roughing the kicker called where the ref kicks the foot. That's a great call by the referee. I love the emphasis on the kicked foot. But, yeah, Bagley almost had his second blocked punt of the year, but then this roughs up the punter a bit too much.
And then we get to see
nice leg motion there
the signal.
Nice leg motion there from the ref.
But it's a 1st and 10 for CB East. So the Falcons again with a self-inflicted wound. This time one that, based on aggressive play, you want Bagley to be going after the kick like that.
Results in an automatic first down for the Patriots.
But just a little bit out of control, bangs into the punter, and now Pulford back to work. 2 receivers to either side of this formation as he's all alone from the gun. Quick throw, complete up to the 44. A quick throw and then a quick tackle by Depew. Brought in there by Sam Pizzell.
Sam Pizzell, brought down by number 34, Luke Bagley.
The senior with a 5-yard pickup.
The Falcons have had two great starts to possessions. The offensive drive at the beginning has a flag, comes flying out.
Yeah, right there. Late substitution by the Patriots, and I think this is going to be another too many men on the field call against CB East. Oh, no, just a little sideline warning, just a slap of the wrist.
Just back it up, everybody.
And they
sideline warning,
back it on up.
And then that defensive stand by Falcons get the quick 3 and out, get the sack, and then just another self-inflicted wound. It seems to be one of the biggest storylines of the Falcons this year is those self-inflicted wounds, and 2 of them here early.
The handoff to Chase Ingram goes nowhere.
Handoff to number 2, Chase Ingram.
Nice shot, Jackson Coons.
No gain on the play. Brings up a 3rd down.
But getting after it up front are the Pennsbury Falcons tonight. And causing some havoc on this CB East offense.
Sylvester Jones been in pressure a couple of times. Coons with the tackle.
Garlett's with a sack.
Yep.
As we drop under the 6-minute mark in quarter number 1, McCaffrey's game of the night. No score between the Patriots and the Falcons. 3rd and 6, and pressure up the middle. They set up a little middle screen, but sniffing that one out, the Pennsbury Falcons, LaRue was there, Justin LaRue Madison.
Up by number 32, Justin LaRue Madison.
Also intense pressure right in Pulford's face. He did not have time to let that play develop. And another kick coming up for the Patriots.
Yeah, this has looked like a very hungry defense right now. They've had good performances, but just haven't had the team success. They're trying to really put the team on their back right now, and they've showed it in these 2 offensive stops by the CB East offense.
Wojnicki to kick. Again, pressure from Luke Bagley, and brought in by Beatty. Beatty eludes one tackler, and then the Patriots get to him at the 28-yard line. A 7-yard return for Beatty sets up the Falcons with a 1st and 10 at their own 27.
Well, let's hope we can see what we were getting from that last time. Big runs, big passes by Jack Arndt.
20 minutes from Langhorne, a better Ford car and truck buying experience. Haldeman Ford, Route 33, Hamilton Township. More selection, better price on Ford cars, trucks, and SUVs, and award-winning service. Haldeman Ford, Route 33 in Hamilton Township. You're right, though, Ben. Falcons were moving the football on their first drive, but ended up coughing it up with a turnover.
And then there was just a personal foul on Pennsbury, which backed them up a little bit more.
Yeah, so negates some of the Beatty return.
Back to the 20.
So Jack Arndt from the gun. Brown, the motion man, he gets the handoff, and Caden Brown crosses the 25 up to the 26-yard line.
Brown, brought down by number 2, Ingram.
Picks up 7.
Gain of 7 on the play, brings up a 2nd down and 3.
Well, that's the Brown that we kind of saw a lot last year. Haven't seen a ton of that Brown where he's just extinguishing the holes and kind of refusing to go down as we have been saying. He's kind of got eaten up right in front now, getting those holes and getting through them. And this is the Caden Brown that the Falcons need right now.
Yeah, hasn't had a lot of running room this season, and tonight a couple of creases that he's been able to take advantage of. Jet sweep, and Randolph, the motion man, is hauled down for a loss. Is that Furmeister?
Connor Randolph brought down in the backfield by number 55.
Yeah, number 55, Tim Furmeister, with a TFL.
Loss on the play brings up a third
So
down.
3rd and 8. After they lose 5 on 2nd down. So what do you do here? Traditionally, 3rd and 8, a passing down.
They've had success today with the passes.
And before the play, timeout taken by Pennsbury with 4:01 to go in the first quarter. Timeout on the field, no score here on the McCaffrey's Game of the Night.
The PIAA District 1 is looking for officials who got that good leg motion, looking to swing for the kicker's interference, but you could do all sports is what they're looking for. If you're interested, visit PIAA.org. For more information, again, that's PIAA.org if you're interested in becoming an official on all sports. PIAA District 1 wishes all student athletes the best of luck on the field and in the classroom.
Yeah, couldn't do it without the officials. We appreciate their work. Thanks also to Senator Steve Sanacero, proudly serving the 10th Senatorial District and proudly supporting tonight's football game as a public service to the community. Senator Sanacero supports the youth of our community, tomorrow's future leaders. Steve himself, a former teacher, a leader in education along with infrastructure, environment, women's health issues, and gun violence protection in the 10th Senatorial District. And if your school would like a tour of the Capitol in Harrisburg, contact Steve's office at SenatorSteveSanacero.com. 3rd and 8. And out of the timeout, the Pennsbury Falcons have Arndt drop back, and he is sacked. Tim Furmeister, and a fumble on the play. And the Patriots take over. I'm sorry, I thought that was 55. That was Gavin Malevy, number 65, who comes up with the sack and forces the ball loose. And so Patriots with a 1st and 10 from the 13-yard line.
When it rains, it pours, Chris. When it rains, it pours.
Second time tonight, the Falcons have fumbled, and this sets up CB East with a golden opportunity. Pulford here, kind of deep in that shotgun formation, and the Patriots want to talk things over. So they take timeout with 3:53 to go. You know, this is maybe a chance for them to take a strike into the end zone, you know, grab this momentum after the turnover, and we'll see what they come up with out of the timeout. Don't forget, if you miss any of tonight's action, you can read all about it in tomorrow's edition of the Trentonian. For your complete local and national news 7 days a week, it's the Trentonian, or online at Trentonian.com, the only newspaper serving Bucks, Burlington, and Mercer County 7 days a week. It's the Trentonian. Stay with us at halftime. We'll have the Pennsbury Marching Band, the Long Orange Line, performing, and also try to give you some updates on some scores from around the area. A strike into the end zone, and it's broken up. Sean Beatty with the defense. He's there for the Pennsbury Falcons. Good thing, because Gavin Krause was targeted there in the corner of the end zone. It's me, Liam Hoey, the intended target.
It's a great breakup in the corner by Beatty. Super tight coverage, was able to get the arm up and knock that one down. Nice job preventing a touchdown, Sean Beatty. Had a pick last week in the end zone.
So Falcons tested on 1st down, now 2nd and 10. And they'll hand off. Ingram breaks loose, stays on his feet, and looked like there was some defenders there, but he was able to grind it out for an 8-yard pickup. Makes it much more manageable here, 3rd and 2.
From the 5-yard line.
Shifty moves by Ingram. We haven't seen Mike Price at all tonight. Mentioned the leading rusher, 450 yards on the year. Just Ingram's gotten 3 carries.
This time they'll put Pulford under center, everybody in tight. And now Pulford checks the sideline. Drops back to the gun. Maybe a keeper here. Oh, no, a muffed snap hits the turf. And the CB East Patriots fortunate to get on that football and bring up 4th and short. And it looks like they will try a field goal.
On the kick for your Patriots, number 34, Cole or Nicky. Mike Bova to hold.
With Nicky will kick out of Mike Bova's hold.
Here they come from the sideline.
And we're looking at a 23-yard kick from the far hash. 2:25 to go first quarter. It's placed down. The kick is up, and it bangs off the upright. No good. The Falcons dodge a bullet. And with 2:20 to go in the first quarter, they take over in the McCaffrey's game of the night.
It was a strike. It just doinked off the right upright.
And a huge break for this Pennsbury team as they set up CBEs and the best position they could have possibly set them in. Had in the red zone, had a shot to get another first down before he even had a goal-to-go situation, and they're able to stop them, get the fourth down, and make them miss the kick. Wow.
So far, this Pennsbury defense is playing lights out tonight. We are under the lights Friday night from CB East, and time to get your lawn looking out of this world with Galaxy Landscaping. Whether you need annual mowing during the season and overall uplift to your home's landscape, Galaxy Landscaping can do it all. Garden care, mulch install, trimming and pruning. The Galaxy Landscaping team ready to give you great service, affordable pricing. Call Pennsbury alumni Matt and Sean to book Galaxy Landscaping for all your lawn care needs at 267-842-5299. That's 267-842-5299. And thanks to Galaxy Landscaping for powering portions of tonight's game on BCB. 1st and 10 for the Falcons from the 20. And the handoff to McCardle. He's got a little running room. Picks up 3.
Brought down by number 33, Tommy Seiler. Gain of 2 on the play.
Junior Tommy Seiler in on the stop. Under the 2-minute mark here, Falcons led tonight so far by sophomore QB Jack Arndt. McCardle on his side and gets the handoff. Up to the 25.
Handoff to number
And
35, Noah McCardle.
looked like a promising play, but the Patriots shut it down after a short gain. 3rd and 5, big play for the Falcons, trying to keep this drive going. Pennsbury, they've been mixing it up with the run and pass a little bit more tonight. And on 3rd and 5, I think we might see Arndt trying to drop back and let this one go. You got Kitchman and Randolph lined up here on the near side, and now Randolph in motion. They fake the give, and the second man through gets the football. That's Caden Brown, and he's brought down immediately.
Handoff to number 2, Caden Brown. Brought down
Dan
by
Kirk.
66, Dan Kirk. Lost on the play, brings up a fourth
Well, the Falcons
down
go
and
back to their
9.
roots on 3rd and 5, and it backfires on them, and a big loss of 4 on the play, and just doesn't work out on the Brown run.
You got to credit Dan Kirk with that backside of the play integrity. Looked like things were moving to the other side of the field, and the Falcons tried the counter. As back there is David Kane, pressure, but he gets it off. Fair catch called for and made as Wanicki brings it in at the 47, and it's a Patriot first down at their own 47 with just 5 seconds remaining in the first quarter of the McCaffrey's game of the night on WBCB. Still no score, and you can build a game-winning defense. We've had a lot of defense tonight, and BAI Security help you defend your home. Your hometown security partner, protecting what matters most. 24/7 alarm monitoring, fire, burglar protection, protecting your business like a champion. BAI Security. Pulford with Ingram in motion. Ingram gets the handoff, but he doesn't get too far as LaRue Madison is the first one to greet him. And helped out by a couple of defenders. Loss of 3. Brings up 2nd 13 and brings us to the end of the first quarter. McCaffrey's game of the night on WBCB. Still no score. We'll return to CB East in just a moment.
Bucks County, this is home. It's where I was raised, where I learned right from wrong, where I'm raising my family, and where I've spent my life fighting for justice. I've taken on the toughest fights against murderers, traffickers, and child predators who believed they could prey upon the innocent and walk free. I've proven them wrong. I have stood toe-to-toe with the worst among us, delivered justice, and made our communities safer. Because in Bucks County, law and order are not up for debate. And as your district attorney, I will never stop fighting to protect our families and uphold justice. Justice isn't just my job, it's a solemn promise. A promise that every family can sleep safely at night, that no victim will ever be forgotten, and that in Bucks County, crime has consequences. Under my watch, the law is not a suggestion, it's an unbreakable pact. Justice will be swift, it'll be certain, and it'll be served. I'm Jennifer Shorn, and I will never stop fighting for Bucks County. Our families, our safety, our home.
Starting the second quarter, CB East with a 2nd and 13.
Never reset the clock on the scoreboard.
That'll do it.
That will do it. That will do it.
All right, so they got the time up there now. The only scoring opportunity came on a 23-yard field goal attempt for the Patriots. Banged off the upright. This time Pulford from the gun. A quarterback draw. And doesn't get a lot out of that one. Luke Bagley in there for the stop. They might have picked up a yard as they'll put it down at the 45. Makes it 3rd and 12. And an opportunity, again, for this Pennsbury Falcon defense to make a play and get the football back.
Just got to make sure you don't shoot yourself in the foot while you're doing it.
Pulford here with 2 receivers to the near side. And Ingram goes in motion, goes right along the side of his QB. It's slant, deflected, and intercepted. The Pennsbury Falcons with the INT. Matt McCartney, tip drill pick. And the Falcons get a much-needed turnover. And the defense again, Gus, makes a play, and they are playing their best game of the season tonight.
Yeah, they are showing up, and they are absolutely showing out. A tip drill that has performed perfectly. Great job by Pennsbury to keep their eyes up for the ball. Great job of just coming down with it and having a decent return here. Now, if the offense can get some sort of momentum, any kind of rhythm, this could be a hell of a game.
Well, with 11:01 to go, still no points up on the scoreboard. So it's been a defensive struggle, a pitcher's duel.
If there's any time to get on there, I mean, I feel like I'm a broken record. Got to get it here off the turnover.
Randolph in motion, the give to Brown on the counter handoff. And he breaks free, turns it upfield for a couple of positive yards, brought down by Sam Pizzell. Picks up 4, 2nd and 6. And they push it over midfield to the CB East 48. McCaffrey's game of the night on WBCB. The Pennsbury Falcons going to be road warriors over the next few weeks. Tonight's game here against the Patriots before hitting the road to take on the Titans and the Bucks over the next 2 weeks. Arndt sets him down, gives to Brown, and Caden Brown upfield across the 45 to the 44, close to a Falcon first down, but a yard short. Connor O'Brien, who was following up that play, fortunate he didn't get whistled for a little bit of late contact.
came in like a missile into that pile right there.
I mean, Coach Donnelly was stating his case big time over here to the officials.
I thought they were going to, just with how the crowd reacted. You think anytime you hear the crowd notice something like that, the refs got to.
Under 9.5 to go in the first half. Falcons with a 3rd and short. Now they're going to move Kitcheman and Randolph to the other side of the formation. Need to get this play off. Randolph in motion, gets the handoff of the jet sweep, turns it upfield across the 40 to the 35. It's a Pennsbury Falcon first down. Connor Randolph.
Randolph had
He's been called into the mix here tonight. The junior now getting, really leaned on here tonight for the Pennsbury offense.
He is. He had -7 yards and now back into the positives with 3. And he also was the one that the ball tipped off his hands on defense into the hands of McCartney. So contributing big time on both sides of the ball.
And Randolph does have good hands also plays some quarterback for this Pennsbury team. Brown in motion, gets the handoff. He crosses the 30. Another chunk of yardage for the Falcons. Up to the 27.
Gain of 8 in the play brings up a 2nd down and 2.
Senior Joe O'Leary making the stop for CB East.
Powerful run there from Brown for the strong 8 yards.
2nd and short, Aiden Kitcheman comes in with the play. I think here you try to grind out a ground gain on 2nd down. McCardle on the right, Randolph in motion, and Arndt will drop back, pressured up the middle, escapes one defender, tucks it away, and takes it along the far sideline before getting spun down by Owen Grotz. But that'll be enough for a Pennsbury Falcon first down. And another nice job by Jack Arndt to use his vision, read the play, and make a significant clutch gain for the Falcons.
And he got a heck of a block by Spencer Grimm in the backfield, which opened up that outside for him to get there and get that first down. Great Grimm making the big, tough plays.
And it looks like Grotz had him almost short, but kind of spun him and threw him to the first down. So it's something to look at there for Arndt to keep fighting through that.
And Arndt did a good job just to make the first guy miss. This time a handoff, and McCardle picks up 2. 2nd and 8 here from the 22.
Looks like this offense is grabbing some of that momentum by the defense after that pick, and they have looked great this offensive drive.
And now you're getting into field goal range for Angelo Pereira. Falcons looking for more than 3.
I mean, at this point in the game, you're in a defensive struggle. Just take the points as much as you can get them.
Low-scoring game. Those 3 could be really significant. Brown in motion, and the give not to Brown. The second guy through. Is that Kitcheman? McCardle.
Hand off to number 35, Noah McCardle.
And McCardle, short gain. 3rd and 5. I think he just got back to the line of scrimmage. So ball at the 21. I mean, 2 ways to look at this. If you get a little bit of a ground gain here, I think you go for it on 4th and short. But if you don't get much out of this play and it's 3rd and 5 or longer, I think you got to bring in Pereira and try a kick. Arndt from the pocket lets it go and hits Sean Beatty down at the 11-yard line for a Pennsbury Falcon first down. Nice route by Sean Beatty. A little slant in route, and Arndt hits him between the numbers. And it's 1st and goal for the Falcons.
Earlier this year, before week 1, Coach Galen Snyder called Sean Beatty perhaps the most athletic player on the team, and really didn't see a ton of it until last week where he had the big interception, and we just saw his speed and elusiveness right there running that route getting the big 10-yard reception. 2 receptions tonight for Beatty, 22 yards.
Getting down to the 5-minute mark here in the second quarter. McCaffrey's game of the night on BCB. The give goes to the motion man, but stood up at the line of scrimmage is Caden Brown. One of the defenders there to stand up the ball carrier was Liam Hoey. So 1st and 10 becomes 2nd and 10. Falcons have been a little bit more dynamic, throwing the football more frequently tonight. We'll see if they take to the air as Arndt has McCardle on his side, Randolph in motion, and the play blown dead. Offsides on the Patriots.
Offsides on the defense.
So make it 2nd and 5. Well, that changes the whole complexion of this situation. 2nd and 10. This feels, I don't know, it feels like you're right on the doorstep right now. 2nd and 4. But now you've put yourself on the doorstep. You got to step through.
You're at the door. You got to bust down the door.
Falcons looking to do that right here. McCardle on the right of Arndt. Randolph in motion, and the give is to McCardle, and he's got nowhere to go. Liam Hoey brings him down. And the Falcons lose a yard. Makes it 3rd and 6. Boy, now that you're inside the 10, I feel like you got to go for the end zone, even if you don't do a lot on this 3rd down play.
You think about throwing it here?
Oh, yeah.
Kind of off-brand for Pennsbury.
And that's been where they've had some success tonight.
Beatty and Randolph on the outside.
The give goes to Caden Brown. Brown, with a nice hesitation, looking for a little running room, stays on his feet, crosses the 5, and is brought down at the 3. So 4th and goal from the 3.
They're going to kick it.
And here comes Angelo Pereira to try a field goal.
Well, first field goal attempt of the year for Angelo Pereira.
And this one tailor-made for the Pennsbury kicker right from the middle of the field. It's a 20-yard attempt. The ball placed down. The kick is low and no good. The holder there was Caden Brown. And I'm not sure if something went awry with the snap and the hold, but that kick, just never looked like it had a chance.
Yeah, it didn't look good off the foot. Kind of like a low squibber almost, right to the left of the field goal post. And just what looked like was a prime position for Pennsbury Falcons to score some points just falls right through their grasp.
So they get back on defense. That's where they have been strong. Both a defensive struggle here tonight as we get down to 2:32 on the first quarter clock. Thanks to Junior's Car Wash, the fastest growing, most award-winning, locally owned and operated car wash, Junior's, at the corner of New Falls and Hood Boulevard. Pulford, pump fake, goes downfield and had his guy, Ruben Bell. He stopped running. I think he thought the throw was going to be short, and incompletion stops the clock with 2:25 here in the second quarter.
Yeah, that was a nice throw. 40 yards in the air. If he would, like you said, if he would have just kept running, would have landed right in the breadbasket, and they would have had a huge game there, possibly 6.
Yeah, and Bell, he got behind the defense, but unable to make the connections. So 2nd and 10 from their own 20. Pulford here with a handoff. And no gain there. John Zurich makes the stop for the Falcons.
It's a new name. Zurich, 6'2", 250, sophomore.
Wow, and everybody bringing their A game on that side of the ball. Like I said, names we haven't heard so far this season.
That's a big boy, sophomore.
So 3rd and 12. Patriots back to their own 18-yard line. 2 receivers to the near side. That's Ingram in motion. And just going to be a quarterback keeper. Pulford pulls it down, but he has brought down a nice tackle by Sylvester Jones. Good pursuit to the football by Jones. Brings up 4th and 5. And CB East going to have to play some field position, kick this one away with 1:22 and counting remaining here in the second quarter.
That's an excellent 3 and out by Falcons. You see something not go their way on the offensive side, and they turn right back around and punch the Patriots in the face, and they'll kick it away.
With Nicky back to kick, Beatty to receive it for the Falcons. Spiraling kick, and going to come down short of where Beatty is at. He just lets it fall and takes a little bit of a hop for CB East across the 30, and eventually will come to a stop at the 26-yard line, and that's where the Falcons take over with 46 seconds to go before halftime. McCaffrey's game of the night on WBCB. 20 minutes from Langhorne, a better Ford car and truck buying experience at Haldeman Ford, Route 33 in Hamilton Township. More selection, better price on Ford cars, trucks, and SUVs, and award-winning service. Haldeman Ford, Route 33 in Hamilton Township. Big thanks also to Puss in Boots, Fairless Hills Landmark, helping to power portions of tonight's game. Jack Arndt gives it to McCardle.
Almost lost his pants.
And doesn't lose any yardage, but you don't want to.
Certainly don't want to lose.
You don't want to
anything.
lose your pants now.
No. I don't want to lose anything in this game.
2nd and 10. And with the clock running, this may be the last play of the half. Falcons in this spot on the field. Looks like Jack Arndt in no hurry to get back into the huddle. And I think we're going to go scoreless into halftime. It will be the Patriots to receive the football first in the second half. McCaffrey's game of the night on WBCB. Both teams missing field goal opportunities in the first half. So no score. We'll be back with halftime activities. We'll take a look at first half stats. We've got the Long Orange Line, the Pennsbury Falcon Marching Band, about to perform at halftime, and we'll try to catch some of the CB East Hall of Fame ceremonies and check in, try to give you some scores from action from around the area. Got an eye on the Council Rock South game. We've got the Neshaminy game on WBCB. All right, we'll step aside and return here to CB East for more high school football on WBCB.
McCaffrey's Express makes grocery shopping easy. McCaffrey's now offers online shopping, curbside pickup, or delivery. You get the same in-store prices and no third-party markup. Products are chosen by McCaffrey's own trained staff. Text messages are even accepted for order changes. Shop your way at McCaffrey's Food Markets, online or the app, and earn awards and use digital coupons. McCaffrey's Food Markets in the Edgewood Village Shopping Center, 635 Heacock Road, Yardley. Also in Newtown, New Hope, Doylestown, Princeton, and West Windsor.
The Peruzzi Automotive Group. No matter where you purchased your car, take it to a local Peruzzi dealership service department for the best deals on tires. Buy 3, get the 4th free. All makes and models. Name brand tires. The Peruzzi Automotive dealerships on Route 1 in Fairless Hills, where our business is you.
Strong starts are essential on the field and in life. That's why PNC created the Grow Up Great program, a $350 million multi-year bilingual initiative that began in 2004 to help prepare children from birth to age 5 for success in school and life. PNC is helping children in our community more than ever grow up great. Learn more at pncgrowupgreat.com. PNC for the achiever in you. PNC Bank, member FDIC. Hi, Merrill Reese reminding you to come back home to traditional Italian cuisine at the Revere Restaurant, 802 River Road in Ewing Township. You'll always feel welcome at the Revere. It's like stepping back in time where you'll feel like you're dining in South Philly or New York's Little Italy. Start your meal with complimentary Hoboken bread. Choose from a menu featuring fresh seafood dishes, succulent steaks and chops, or homemade pasta dishes. You can even eat at the bar. The Revere is open 7 days for lunch and dinner. Private room available for special affairs, plus catering. For reservations, call 609-882-6365. That's 609-882-6365. Come home to traditional Italian cuisine. The Revere Restaurant, 802 River Road, Ewing Township.
Your day-to-day life is hectic between having to pick up the kids, make dinner, the countless other tasks that you got to get done. Rob's Automotive and Collision is there to make your life a whole lot easier. Make sure you take advantage of their spacious waiting rooms, the large flat-screen TVs, complimentary coffee and muffins, and free Wi-Fi. So even when you do have to stop, Rob's is there to make you feel right at home. Give Rob's a call today at 215-826-9200 for any of your auto repair needs.
Rob's Automotive and Collision Center in Lower Bucks County is a full-service repair center with competitive prices, top-of-the-line products, and the finest auto body and mechanical repair technicians anywhere. Rob's makes repairing your car easy. Same-day service guaranteed. Whether it's an oil change, state inspection, or a mechanical issue, Rob's will have you in and out and on your way. 2700 Veterans Highway in Bristol, 215-826-9200 for 24-hour emergency towing. Call 215-826-0250.
Don't let joint pain bring you down. See how you can get relief at a free joint pain seminar at St. Mary Orthopedics. Joint care experts will inform and answer questions about diagnosing, managing, and treating joint problems and knowing when it's time for a joint replacement. Ready to get back to life? Get to the next free joint pain seminar. Details at stmaryhealthcare.org/joint seminar. It's your health. Expect more.
There really is nothing like a home team advantage. That's why Team Toyota makes a great choice for your next vehicle purchase or service. With our MVP pricing guarantee, teammate rewards program, and streamlined customer experience, our award-winning operation ensures that you can trust our process. A home team advantage is nothing without the community. Our employees are part of our family, part of your town, and we're all part of the team. We're always here for you at one of our 3 locations in Princeton, Langhorne, and Glen Mills.
1490 WBCB Levittown and Trenton, and video stream live at WBCBsports.com. Your home for the best local sports in Bucks and Mercer counties.
This is Tommy Green from the 1993 National League champion Phillies. Every champion needs a good game plan. BCWSA and I want to make sure you have a game plan when it comes to conserving our most precious resource, water. Whether you're washing dishes, brushing your teeth, or watering your garden, there are ways you can save water and save money. Visit bcwsa.net for tips on conserving water. BCWSA, proven.
When it comes to plumbing, there's only one trusted name for your home or business. That's Ben Franklin Plumbing of Levittown. Whether it's drains, water heaters, faucets, or sewers, Ben Franklin Plumbing of Levittown can solve all of your plumbing problems. Time-tested and punctual since 1984. It's Ben Franklin Plumbing of Levittown. Call them at 215-943-1776. That's 215-943-1776 for Ben Franklin Plumbing of Levittown, a proud supporter of high school athletics in Bucks County.
Welcome back to CB East High School. Down on the field, the newest members of the CB East Athletics Hall of Fame getting recognized And we are just minutes away from the long orange line, the Pennsbury Falcon Marching Band performing at halftime. Still no score in the game between the Falcons and the Patriots. And the Patriots won the coin flip to get everything started tonight. They deferred, which means they will get the football first to start the second half of action tonight. Both teams with a missed field goal. Woodnicki had one lined up and couldn't connect on a 23-yarder. That one clanked off of the upright. Looked like a pretty good kick, but just off the mark, a touch. And then the Pennsbury Falcons lined up a 20-yard field goal, and Angelo Pereira never got that one off his foot the right way. Couldn't line up the kick, and so we remain scoreless here at halftime between the Falcons and the Patriots. Tonight's game on WBCB brought to you by Kramer's Bakery in Yardley, baking things great since 1946. Homemade baked goods, made fresh daily on the premises. Kramer's features custom cakes, dessert cakes with real fruit, cheesecakes, Danish, pastry, their own fresh donuts, muffins, and more, including fresh bread and rolls. Kramer's Bakery, they also have dessert trays, perfect for the office, corporate events, or gifts, breakfast trays, cookie trays, and more. Kramer's Bakery, 14 East Afton Avenue in Yardley, open Mondays 9 to 6, Tuesday through Saturday 7 to 7, and Sundays open 7 to 6. Remember, everything baked fresh right on the premises.
And Jewish holidays coming up, the best challah in the area at Kramer's. So if you are partaking in the festivities this week, make sure you go stop at Kramer's to get your challah.
I might partake in the challah, even if I'm not partaking in the festivities.
You can partake in the challah, anyone. It's all open to anyone, the challah. The PIAA District 1 is looking for officials for all sports. If you're interested, visit PIAA.org for more information. Again, that's PIAA.org. If you're interested in becoming an official. PIAA District 1 wishes all student athletes the best of luck on the field and in the classroom.
All right, here they come, the Pennsbury Falcon Marching Band. Tonight's game brought to you in part by Yardley Family Haircutters, a full-service family barbershop, kids cuts, hair coloring, and shaves. Dave Wells and his family have been part of the community for over 50 years. Yardley Family Haircutters, a town institution. Call for an appointment at 215-321-6900. That's 215-321-6900. Yardley Family Haircutters. And again, tonight's game brought to you by Senator Steve Sanacero, proudly serving the 10th Senatorial District and proudly supporting tonight's football game as a public service to the community. Senator Sanacero supports the youth of our community, tomorrow's future leaders. Steve is a former teacher and is a leader in education, along with infrastructure, environment, women's health issues, and gun violence protection in the 10th Senatorial District. And if your school would like a tour of the Capitol in Harrisburg, contact Steve's office at SenatorSteveSanacero.com. That's SenatorSteveSanacero.com. Senator Sanacero hopes you're enjoying tonight's game. And if you missed the action here on BCB, read about it in tomorrow's edition of the Trentonian. For your complete local and national news 7 days a week, it's the Trentonian or online at Trentonian.com. The only newspaper serving Bucks, Burlington, and Mercer County 7 days a week, it's the Trentonian. And Gus, I know you're going into the greater Trenton area tomorrow for a little high school soccer on the WBCB Sports Network, working with Jordan Hirsch and the man himself, Rich Fisher.
Well, I was just texted literally right now, and no more Jordan Hirsch. So it's going to be Gus the Bus on the call. Going to try his best at soccer. Not going to be the greatest, but it's going to be a fun time with me and Fish. So
as long as you don't get attacked by a praying mantis like I did calling a soccer game later this week, you'll be okay.
I called one soccer game before. I was getting penalties and fouls mixed up. Fish had to tell me. Oh, it was a great time. So we're going to have a fun one tomorrow. So
well, it'd be great. We'll be able to video stream all the action. You can catch it, of course, on YouTube at WBCB Sports, and we got some high school football tomorrow as well on the other side of the Delaware. But right now the Falcon Marching Band set to do their thing, and always a great time to get your lawn looking out of this world, especially towards the end of this season. And Galaxy Landscaping will hook you up, whether you need annual mowing during the season or maybe an overall uplift to your home's landscape. Galaxy Landscaping can do it all: garden care, mulch install, trimming and pruning. The Galaxy Landscaping team ready to give you great service at an affordable price. Call Pennsbury grads, Pennsbury alumni, Matt and Sean, and you can book Galaxy Landscaping for all of your lawn care needs. And give them a call at 267-842-5299. Again, 267-842-5299. And Matt and Sean, the crew at Galaxy, going to hook you up. And we check in to make sure the Pennsbury Marching Band is ready. We get the salute. As we turn back to the field at halftime with no score between the Falcons and the Patriots of CB East.
no control.
The long orange line, the Pennsbury Falcon Marching Band, wrapping up their performance at halftime, where the CB East Patriots and Falcons are even at zeros, no score. The struggle is real. The struggle to move the football in this game has been real for both of these teams, Ben.
Yeah, I mean, if there's one statistic that'll tell you how this game's going, combine both teams, 82 total yards. That is an indicator of how this one is going tonight.
And what's the breakdown there for Falcons and the Patriots?
Falcons, they got 22 passing yards through the air from Jack Arndt, who's 2 for 3. He's been sacked once. He also fumbled the ball. And then 42 yards on the ground, mainly from Caden Brown's 30 yards on the ground. And then for CB East, just 5 yards in the air on the one completion by Hunter Pulford. He's 1 for 4. He's been sacked one time, and then really 13 yards on the ground. 8 yards from Pulford and then just 5 from Ingram, and nobody else has contributed to the ground game. So just a two-man show for CB East, and not really much to show for it.
And Gus, it feels like Coach Donnelly and Coach Snyder recognizing, reading how this game is playing out, and both those guys saying, look, we're going to try a field goal in a situation where you might try to go for the end zone, and they say, look, 3 points could be the difference in tonight's game. Unfortunately for both teams, they couldn't quite make the connection. They couldn't split the uprights, so we remain scoreless. But I don't know, the first team to score might be the winner tonight.
It's starting to look like that. It's the first team. It might be the last team. It's really looking like a defensive performance all around by both teams. And the way it's looking, Pennsbury started to come alive there in that first half, started to move the ball, got all the way down inside the 10-yard line, just wasn't able to finish it. And who knows if they decide to go for that and go for the end zone. This could be a completely different game, but it's all going to be about who's able to just be able to score points in the second half.
Yeah, this second half could be totally different from the way the first half looked. It will be the Patriots to receive the opening kickoff. Looking at some other games from around the area on the WBCB Sports Network, Neshaminy blanking Abington 28-0 in that ball game. And also on BC Beat tonight, Notre Dame taking it to Hightstown, and they had a 35-21 lead. Now they've extended that lead to 42-21. Score update in that game as Notre Dame doubling up Hightstown, and a close game between Penridge and North Penn. A couple of heavy hitters in the SOL, and Penridge 6, North Penn 3, and maybe it's just a defensive kind of night in some of these games, especially here at CB East.
That's for sure. It's a beautiful night here in the Bucks County area, and nobody wants to score. So we got a lot of stalemate in the PO and the SOL Patriot division.
Yeah, and here in this one, we've had our share of missed field goals, punts, turnovers, and it's resulted in a scoreless game so far. We get back to it in just a moment. And we remind you that tonight's game brought to you in part by Haldeman Ford. 20 minutes from Langhorne, a better Ford car and truck buying experience at Haldeman Ford. Route 33 in Hamilton Township. More selection, better price on Ford cars, trucks, and SUVs, and award-winning service. Haldeman Ford, Route 33, Hamilton Township. You know, nobody makes a better South Philly sandwich and hoagie than 9th Street on Main, and they're bringing you portions of tonight's game. Big thanks to 9th Street on Main at 40 South Main Street in Yardley. Steak sandwiches made with the sliced ribeye, chicken cutlet sandwiches pan-fried the old school way. They got the South Philly hoagies made on South Philly seeded bread, roast pork, meatball, eggplant and sausage sandwiches, plus all-day breakfast sandwiches. Catering available at 9th Street on Main. They're in Yardley at 40 South Main Street, and they're open Tuesday through Friday from 10 to 6. Saturdays open till 4, and on Sundays during the football season, they're open from 10 to 2. There is no other place like 9th Street on Main. And proud to serve our community, Brian Rogers at Yardley Pharmacy, 175 South Main Street in Yardley. Brian, a hometown community leader and pharmacist who's going to go out of his way, help all of his customers, making sure you understand everything about your medications, answer any one of your questions, including questions about insurance coverage. Yardley Pharmacy, owned by Brian Rogers, and no one going to give you better service than an owner-operated business like Yardley Pharmacy. Avoid the big chains. Stay local with people who know you, who are there every day. Yardley Pharmacy. They offer a medical equipment too. They're at 175 South Main Street in Yardley. Open Monday through Friday, 8:30 to 6:30. Saturdays, they're open 9 to 2, and delivery is available. Well, again, a defensive struggle here, and you can build a game-winning defense around your business with BAI Security. They're your local hometown security partner, protecting what matters most. 24/7 alarm monitoring, fire and burglar alarms, security camera, access control, and now fire protection, sprinklers, kitchen systems, and fire extinguisher services. Play smart and protected. BAI Security, protecting your business like a champion. Call 215-493-1414. That's 215-493-1414. And we've seen some champion level defense here tonight between these two teams. And Angelo Pereira, who couldn't hook up a 20-yard field goal, will take the football in a little bit and kick it off to the Patriots to get us back to action. McCaffrey's game of the night. McCaffrey's exceptional every day. And again, this one begins an away game gauntlet for this Pennsbury team. And what a lift it would be if they could come away with their first W of the season. And the defenses have kept them in this thing.
Yeah, it really just an offensive question mark going ahead. Which offense is going to be the deciding factor going ahead. And you look at Pennsbury, they had a couple success with a couple passes here by Jack Arndt today. So I'm wondering if maybe that they try to do some of that going forward. Obviously, they were able to move the ball. They got all the way down inside the 10, but they're not able to finish. And they got to figure out some way to be able to finish.
As much as the ground and pound style is what Pennsbury is all about, this year it really seems like they need that dynamic approach. They need to be two-dimensional in order to get the run game to be productive, and then hopefully you can get some things going through the air attack. Pereira lets it go. A deep kickoff that goes into the end zone for a touchback. Back there for Central Bucks was Ruben Bell. And the Patriots with a 1st and 10 from their own 20 as we're back to it in the McCaffrey's game of the night.
Very notable, 0 touches for Mac Price, 0 snaps for Mike Price in the first half. He had 451 yards on the ground coming in, and we have not seen him at all tonight.
I think he was out during he was a captain. I don't think he had the pads on.
Yeah, he's not playing. All right. There he is on the sideline, no pads and shorts, and he's got some sort of brace on his left knee.
Pulford moves Bell in motion. That's a backwards pass, completes it to Bell, and he gets back to the line of scrimmage. That's about it. Matt McCartney, who had an interception earlier tonight, makes the stop.
Well, that makes a lot more sense that we haven't seen him and why kind of this Patriots offense hasn't been as dynamic as typical. He's out with an injury tonight.
Yeah, and the Falcons have been all over the ground game.
He's got the iPad in hand.
Chase Ingram and Ruben Bell have been doing the lion's share of the carries. Here another pass, a swing pass, complete to Asher Green. And Green chased out of bounds up near the 30. And that's going to be enough for a CB East first down. Just enough.
I thought they were going to call it 3rd and 1 there, but yeah, like you said, just enough for a first down.
Result in a CB East first down.
So they're up to their own 30 with a minute gone in the second half. Pulford from the gun calls for the ball. A quarterback draw. He tucks it away. Upfield across the 35 to the 37-yard line. Depew with the stop.
A gain of 7 on the play brings up a 2nd down and 3.
Second and 3 for the Patriots. Pulford does a little house cleaning. And then a false start for CB East.
False start on the offense.
So on a night where it's been tough to move the football, they got to march it back and make it 2nd and 8 after a pretty good first down play. Both teams have had their share of miscues tonight. Just haven't been able to put together their best offensive performance yet. Pulford, another quarterback keeper, as he's to the 39-yard line. Makes it 3rd and 3. Bagley in there to bring him down. So now 3rd and 2. Nice job to make this kind of a more manageable 3rd down. And the snap goes back to Pulford. He's going to tuck it away, but he is brought down by Parada. And they don't actually bring him down, but they stop his forward progress for no gain and makes it 4th and 2.
In decision time here, if you're CB East, obviously you don't like the field position, but 4th and 1, you have to think you can go for it.
Yep, that's what they're going to do.
Yeah, little hesitation here on the near sideline. CB East going for it with a 4th and 1. Maybe just trying to pull the Falcons offside. As Pulford looks over gets his instructions, hands off to Ingram, and Ingram brought down near the 40-yard line, and we'll see where they mark it. They're going to give him the first down. They needed a yard, and they got it.
The defensive coordinator, Luke Snyder, was doing the inches with his hands, marking the end of the ball and the first down marker. And, I mean, it was pretty close, but maybe a little bit of bias on his side, kind of manipulating the yardage, but very close and just getting the first down.
I mean, it's also extremely rare anymore that you see any kind of measurements at the high school. If there's any benefit of the doubt, the officials typically will give the team the first down as Pulford rolls out. Ooh. Nifty little toss as he completes the pass up to Wodnicki, stays on his feet, keeps the legs moving across midfield to the 47-yard line. It's a CB East first down.
That was a gross shovel pass by Pulford. Some would say it was a little Mahomey. An excellent play there by Hunter Pulford.
Yeah, I was going to say, oh gosh, I'm forgetting the Buffalo quarterback's name.
Josh Allen?
How could I forget that
Josh
guy's
Allen,
name?
Yeah.
He does that kind of stuff.
Only great quarterbacks can do those kind of things, and CB's just trying to see if they got one.
Yeah, clutch job there. Now a handoff on first down. Tim Gorman, not much there. Picks up 2, 2nd and 8.
Number 20, Tim Gorman, brought down by number 17, or 73, John Zurich.
John Zurich with another tackle. Second and 8, and the Patriots might be running out of time here as far as the play clock is concerned. Now changing personnel. And they'll huddle up with 2 receivers to either side of this formation. Ingram in the backfield. And they set up a little screen pass. Complete it to Ingram, but a flag thrown. And this one probably coming back for a hold on CB East.
Yeah.
Brought down by number 32, Justin LaRue Madison.
LaRue Madison makes the stop, and we await the signal. Legal man downfield for CB East.
On the Patriots.
So that negates the play and sets him back to the 49 of Pennsbury.
Another self-inflicting wound here for both teams. Anytime you get something good going, they are just shooting themselves in the foot.
About midway through quarter number 3 here, and still no score between the Patriots and the Falcons. Chris Ermer with Gus Barber, Ben Goldstein, and Justin Lawrence. Great to have you with us tonight for the McCaffrey's game of the night. And now the Falcon defense maybe can make a play. Pulford drops back, throws over the middle. It's low and incomplete. Intended for Kraus.
By number 33, Jacob to 2. Brings up a third down.
So 3rd and 13. .609 to go, third quarter.
If you were looking for the definition of a defensive battle, you certainly have come to the right place.
Yeah, I hope you didn't take the over tonight.
No.
I did.
Dropping back, Pulford lets this one go over the middle, and nobody home. Maybe Wodnicki, the intended target. Pressure forcing that ball out and forcing a 4th and long and a CB East kick.
And if you like punts, too.
If you like defense.
If you like punts, turnovers, and defense, it's a good game for you.
Wodnicki will drop back to kick. Sean Beatty expecting it to come down around the 15. Who knows, maybe a little special teams play might
take anything.
Spark something. It's a high snap over the head of Wodnicki, goes all the way back to the 20. He gets the kickoff, but it's low. spins down and picked up by Matt McCartney. McCartney returns it about 5 yards up to the 45. And the Pennsbury Falcons, from their own 45, have a 1st and 10, and that might have been the kind of
he certainly
wacky play.
Got some sort of a spark. I mean, if you're looking for a big special teams play, well, you certainly got a big snap there by the.
That was
snapper.
a roller coaster of emotions if I've ever seen one. CB East, the high snap, gone past, the stomach drop in all these fans. Then they're able to get it up, kick it, get it away. It looks like, all right, crisis averted. And then Pennsbury picked it up and looked like they had a shot of returning that. Just all in all, just emotion roller coaster.
Credit to Winnicki for just getting the kick off. The give is to McCardle. McCardle bottled up by the defensive lineman up front. Kirk in there with the tackle. So they did pick up a couple. 2nd and 8. As we're down to under 5.5 to go in the 3rd quarter. McCaffrey's game of the night on WBCB. McCaffrey's Food Market's exceptional every day. And don't forget, if you missed the action here on BCB, you can read about it in tomorrow's Trentonian. Outstanding local and national sports coverage. Count on it 7 days a week. Arndt looking downfield. Has Sean Beatty, but incomplete. Overthrown just a little bit. Beatty couldn't quite get to it.
Beatty had nice spacing between his defender, outspeeding him, and the ball just a little overthrown by Arndt.
Or a little underthrown. Needed to be thrown more to the outside of the field, and Beatty had to make an adjustment there and was not able to haul it in.
Yeah, it looked like the ball was just floating a little bit closer to the middle of the field, where you got to put that ball closer to the sideline, try to get that back shoulder fade almost, because you saw it there. He had a step or two, but had to readjust and almost let the safety come back in.
On 3rd and 8, some of the CB East Patriot players trying to pump up.
They didn't do a very good job. Nobody really reciprocated the energy.
And on a delayed handoff, the give is to McCardle. And he pushes his way forward up to the 50.
Number 35, Noah McCardle, brought down by number 55, Tim Furmeister.
Furmeister
brings up a 4th down.
in there, brings up 4th and 7, and brings out punter David Kane.
Back deep for your Patriots. Number 34.
Winnicki back to receive it for CB East.
The punt for Pennsbury, number 8, David Kane.
Well, thought maybe this second half would have a different look than the first half, but the defenses continue to be playing well tonight, as that one, good job by David Kane to get it inside the 20 and skip it out of bounds.
Got some helpful skips and bounces there, and then just nipped out of bounds right before the returner was able to get there.
A big thanks to Junior's Car Wash, right there on the corner of Hood Boulevard and New Falls Road, right near Pennsbury High School. And Junior's Express, owned by a Pennsbury graduate who's proud to support his alma mater. Join Junior's Express Car Wash's rewards program. Get a free $20 car wash. Take advantage of discounted monthly packages and free vacuums with Junior's Express Car Wash. A flag before the play, false start on CB East. Makes it 1st and 15.
And if you're a Pennsbury student and you're parking in one of the gravel lots, I mean, we all know how bad that gravel kicks up and the dust, and it's disgusting. So make sure you go get your car washed.
You take it right over to
literally right down the street. And now they ripped up Hood Boulevard, so some more dust kicking up. So go hit up Juniors.
Nice and convenient over there. We thank them for their support of tonight's game. Pulford, spread formation, 2 receivers to either side here. Calls for it, throws over the middle, and hits his target. Completes the pass to Sam Pizzell, and Pizzell across midfield.
Oh, Falcons come up with it.
At the end of that play, the ball comes loose, and I think they're going to say Pizzell was down. They're going to mark Pizzell at the 49. And it is Patriot football.
Yeah, they're saying the ground caused the fumble, already down on contact. Huge play up the seam there by CB East.
36 yards on the reception, or on the catch and run.
A handoff. That ball is fumbled, dropped by Asher Green, but Green able to get back on the football. Ends up being a 4-yard loss. Jacob Parada, the first guy there for Pennsbury.
Brings up a second down and 13.
And I thought maybe I was exaggerating a touch when I said the first team to score tonight would maybe win this game. But
you're not exaggerating, Chris. It really seems like we're going that way with just over 3 minutes left in the third quarter.
On 2nd and 13 from under center, the throw over the middle. It's tipped up into the air off the hands of Pizzell. Almost looked like McCartney had maybe a chance to run that one down.
Yeah, LaRue Madison was right there. He just slipped right before the ball was tipped, and if he was on his feet, definite interception and just unfortunate turn of events. And here comes some more CBE's players trying to hype up the student section. And
trying to get some energy going.
Here we go.
On a night where there's not a lot of energy here for these offenses.
They've made 3 trips over the student section tonight, and I mean they've gone 0 for 3. They struck out. I don't know.
Well, I give them
feel
credit.
bad for I give them credit, but it's just they're chucking up air balls tonight.
Trying to get the students pumped up here for a 3rd and 13. Pulford from the gun. Jones pressured up the middle, and it's broken up by LaRue Madison. They were trying to set up a little middle screen for Sam Pizzell.
Sylvester Jones was applying the pressure off the edge, and Pulford just needed to get rid of it and popped it over the middle and incomplete. Nice defense by Pennsbury there.
Another defensive stand by the Falcons.
And another punt for those who really enjoy it. I know Gus is a big fan of punts.
A good punt could change a game.
Well, the kicking game tonight been very, very important, and maybe some special teams could be involved. Winnicki, gets this one, lets it go, end over end, fair catch called for, and then Beatty decides just to let it drop. I think that was a wise decision, as the kick was a little bit shorter than expected, and Falcons take over 1st and 10 from their own 23. Down to 3 minutes to go in quarter number 3. Don't forget you missed the action on BCB. Read about it in tomorrow's Trentonian. Complete local and national news, great sports coverage 7 days a week. The Trentonian or online at Trentonian.com. The only newspaper serving Bucks, Burlington, and Mercer County 7 days a week. It's the Trentonian. Well, I had a score update earlier tonight. Neshaminy looking like they're going to get it done against Abington. They were up big 28-0. The other game, I want to see if you can give us an updated score on Gus or Ben, is the Penn Ridge North Penn game. Handoff to Randolph, who goes in motion and try to get to the outside, just can't get there. Reuben Bell with a good physical play on the outside. 2nd and 12 for the Falcons.
Yeah, we're just at halftime. I know this is the game you're talking about, but Abington and Neshaminy up now 35-0 at halftime. I'll go look for that North Penn game.
Well, they'll be able to run the clock then in the second half of that game and put Abington tonight in the mercy rule. An impressive season so far for Neshaminy. Big win over North Penn last week. Slipped up against Cheltenham, but bouncing back.
Still 6-3 at halftime. That was 30 minutes ago this was posted, so probably out of halftime now.
That ball thrown up there and somehow pulled down by Randolph. Chase Ingram was there trying to break it up for the Patriots. The pass is complete, but not a big gain. They pick up a few yards, make it 3rd and 8.
That was interesting.
4-yard pickup.
Thrown up in the air and went through a couple hands, and then Rudolph just jumping up and snagging it.
In the Pennsbury passing game, when things have connected, they haven't been connecting for big chunks of yardage. Players haven't been targeted downfield.
Yep, just 3 for 5, 26 yards in the air. And they had the one long pass to Beatty, and that's really been it. And incomplete.
3rd and 8, Randolph in motion. The give to Caden Brown, who's the second man through, and he is met by Hunter Pulford And Pulford with a TFL.
Number 2, Caden Brown, brought down quickly by number 45, Hunter Pulford.
So with 4th and long, the Falcons will try to kick this one away. Patriots, meanwhile, drop 2 back, Ruben Bell and Wonicky, trying to return this kick. David Kane calls for it. Spiraling kick by Kane. Hits at midfield and will roll down to the 35. So 35, call it 34-yard line.
Down at the 34-yard line, your Patriots will take over 1st down and 10.
And 1st and 10. Dante Ciola thought maybe that was touched by one of the Patriot players, and he wants to make sure that he plays to the whistle. They do blow the play dead as Ciola takes the ball into the end zone. But it'll be 1st and 10 from the 34 for CB East. Down to the final half minute in quarter number 3. Pulford, play action. Looking downfield for Pizzell. They can't find the ball. Luke Bagley spots it and brings it in. An interception for the Pennsbury Falcons. Bagley weaving through traffic, and he loses the ball. It's fumbled out of bounds. Also, there's a flag thrown behind the play. So on the return, likely the Falcons are going to get called for a block in the back or a hold. So their field position is going to be set back a little bit, but great job by Luke Bagley. Comes up with another big play this season for the Pennsbury Falcons. Had a blocked punt into the end zone, which he was able to gather up for a touchdown earlier this season. And here, they kind of popped this one up.
He kind of just
like
floated,
a center fielder.
Yeah, just floated that thing up, and Bagley did a great job of just tracking that thing down and coming away with it. He had a good return, but, you know, it's going to mean nothing because of the penalties and everything like that.
Wow,
So,
as he was weaving through traffic, Gus, I thought this might be the score that we've been looking for tonight. A little interception, pick 6.
It's something about that Bagley blood. They always just come through in the big moments, all 3 of them. And Luke having his biggest moment. This could be something that turns the game around and maybe gives Falcons something to go look at this season.
Arndt throwing downfield as the Falcons look for a quick strike, and Randolph, the intended target, incomplete. Ruben Bell out there defensively for CB East.
At this point in the game, you're looking for anything to give you that jolt. And when you're 0-4 and you're in a 0-0 game at the very end of the 3rd quarter, you're looking for anything that can spark your season. And a win over CB East like this is something that can do it. And that all starts with that big spark that gets you going. And maybe Bagley with that spark that could get the Falcons' season kind of going here.
Yeah, and it seemed like Coach Snyder was trying to capture that momentum with a big 1st down play. They couldn't connect on that one. So on 2nd and 10, they will run the football. McCardle running room across midfield to the 45 as he's banged out of bounds, but that's enough for a Pennsbury Falcon 1st down. Brings us to the end of the 3rd quarter here in the McCaffrey's game of the night. Still scoreless between the Patriots and the Falcons. We'll step aside and return for more high school football on the WBCB Sports Network.
Hi, Merrill Reese reminding you to come back home to traditional Italian cuisine at the Revere Restaurant, 802 River Road in Ewing Township. You'll always feel welcome at the Revere. It's like stepping back in time where you'll feel like you're dining in South Philly or New York's Little Italy. Start your meal with complimentary Hoboken bread. Choose from a menu featuring fresh seafood dishes, succulent steaks and chops, or homemade pasta dishes. You can even eat at the bar. The Revere is open 7 days for lunch and dinner. Private room available for special affairs, plus catering. For reservations, call 609-882-6365. That's 609-882-6365. Come home to traditional Italian cuisine. The Revere Restaurant, 802 River Road, Ewing.
Welcome back to CB East. Scoreless between the Falcons and the Patriots. And tonight's game brought to you by 9th Street on Main. Nobody makes better South Philly sandwiches and hoagies than 9th Street on Main in Yardley at 40 South Main Street. Check them out on Sundays during the football season from 10 to 2. No other place like 9th Street on Main. Handoff here between the tackles. Brown with a short pickup.
Handoff to number 2, Caden Brown, brought down by number 65, Gavin.
Makes it 2nd and 7.
Brings up a 2nd down and 7.
We talked about the break about how they're starting to get into range of the Angelo Pereira range of possibly sending him out there, deciding when he's going to be able. And he missed the first kick, but maybe that's just because he hasn't had many opportunities this year. You know, it's the first time all year he had an attempt for a field goal, so maybe he got that first one out the way, and now he got this one off.
False start. So 2nd and 7 becomes 2nd and 12.
False start on the offense. 5-yard penalty.
Now, neither team been able to do much offensively, but this has been kind of an ongoing situation with the Falcons. And right there, after a positive gain, that false start, you can't afford to get behind the sticks when you're trying to grind out every yard. I'm thinking here on 2nd and long, I'm going to trust Arndt to drop back and maybe let this one go.
Yeah, you've seen a couple good balls from him. His last one, he just a little bit of an overthrow, but it was a good placed ball. So maybe see what they can do in the passing game since they haven't really been able to do much with it.
And it will be Arndt dropping back, but pressure, and he is sacked. Brought down on the play by Sam Pizzell.
Number 42, Sam Pizzell.
Well, it looked like they were certainly looking downfield. Beatty was going on a go route right there, one-on-one, but Arndt just gets dropped for a second.
Yeah, hard to
game.
Look downfield when you got pressure right up the middle. Felt like Pizzell, somehow they didn't account for him. Maybe an extra man on that play. Makes it 3rd and 18. As we drop down under the 10-minute mark here in tonight's game. McCaffrey's game of the night on WBCB. And so far, nobody has been able to put any points up on the scoreboard. Falcons here on 3rd and long. Randolph, the motion man. Arndt drops back in the pocket, and now he'll escape to the near side, up to the 40, and Hoey is able to force the fumble. The ball is loose, and was it fumbled out of bounds, or did CB East fall on that football in bounds? If it's fumbled out of bounds, Falcons hold on to it. If Hoey was there, and on the tackle, he forces the ball loose. Another Pennsbury fumble. And waiting for I think the Falcons hold on to it.
Yeah, I think that's what they're saying.
And they're also going to pick up a flag that was thrown on the play.
Fall short of a first down, brings up.
A couple of Patriots were on the football right on the sideline, but they were touching the football, but also out of bounds.
Wow, oh wow.
So the Falcons do hold on to possession, and 4th and 18. They can try to pin CB East deep. Ruben Bell now back to receive. They had Winicky back there earlier in some situations. Nice snap to Kane. Off the side of the foot and goes way off to the side of the field. It's picked up there by Hoey. Hoey to the 30-yard line, and a short gain to the 31.
Putt picked up by number 6, Liam Hoey. He's brought down by number
So
34,
1st and 10 for CB East. 9:18 to go.
Something's got to give, right?
I feel like we're going into an overtime with a
0-0
scoreless
overtime?
game.
Can they tie?
It's hard not to think that might be the scenario here.
So what? There's a 5-minute overtime period, and then it just.
No, they'll do the college overtime.
Okay. So they'll determine a winner.
Yeah.
Well, we might be here for a while.
So 1st and 10.
This game sure has been bananas.
From the 30. Everybody this has been like the opposite of bananas this game. Pulford, quarterback keeper, works his way across the 40 to the 42. It's a CB East first down.
What, more of an apple?
Yeah. This is like apples and oranges because this is unlike most games that we've seen this year. Injury timeout with one of the Patriots shaken up on the play. So with 9:03 to go, we'll step aside and return for more high school football in just a moment.
Your day-to-day life is hectic between having to pick up the kids, make dinner, the countless other tasks that you got to get done. Rob's Automotive and Collision is there to make your life a whole lot easier. Make sure you take advantage of their spacious waiting rooms, the large flat-screen TVs, complimentary coffee and muffins, and free Wi-Fi. So even when you do have to stop, Rob's is there to make you feel right at home. Give Rob's a call today at 215-826-9200 for any of your auto repair needs.
Sam Pizzell was the player shaken up, and good to see he was able to get to the near sideline without any help and maybe even be right back to action. Patriots, everybody in tight on 1st and 10. And it's a quarterback keeper. Diving stop made by LaRue Madison.
And Bagley just steps over Pulford like an Allen Iverson stepping over Tyronn Lue. That was disrespectful.
Well, Pennsbury making a statement with their defense as they have shut down CB East, but they also have been shut down tonight. And so as we get down to 8 minutes to go, like you were saying, guys, something feels like it has to give. Again, tight formation, shotgun here for Pulford, another quarterback keeper, and another good read by the Falcons. LaRue Madison is there. Sam Comer in on the stop as well for the orange and black.
Well, it looks like the Patriots are going to live and die by Hunter Pulford, who now at 9 rushes, 37 yards. It seems like he's had almost every rush in this drive, just taking that ball and immediately going. Falcons starting to pick up on that quarterback read here as we go along, but living and dying by your quarterback. And when no one else is producing, you got to make something happen yourself.
Yeah, we'll see. They may change that on 3rd and 5. No, Pulford again pulls it down, throws downfield, and hits Pizzell. Sam Pizzell with the grab, and he's tackled at the 20-yard line. Brought down by Parada and Depew. Another nifty throw by the CB East quarterback. Hunter Pulford was almost in the grasp as he let that go.
Now that play was bananas. What? I mean, he was getting mid-hit and just ploops it down the field, and it's received and gets all the way down to the 20. What a play.
Yeah, his second ploop type of completion in the game. CB East, 1st and 10 from the 20. Give to Ingram. LaRue Madison says, not so fast. TFL there for the Pennsbury Falcon.
5th tackle tonight for LaRue Madison. Ingram, 8 rushes, just 6 yards. He had a 1-to-1 ratio going throughout the game. Now in the minus.
I mean, from here, with how difficult it's been to move the football, I think you have to start to wonder if this is within field goal range for Winicki. Pulford calls for the ball. Quarterback keeper to the 15-yard line.
Around the right side.
Picks up 5.
He's brought down by number 32, Justin LaRue Madison.
LaRue Madison making the stop again. But this time, the Patriots move a little closer to the goal line and able to use up more clock.
Pulford has 141 total purpose yards tonight.
Timeout taken by the Patriots with 6:04 to go in the fourth quarter. Scoreless game in the McCaffrey's game of the night. 20 minutes from Langhorne. A better Ford car and truck buying experience at Haldeman Ford, Route 33 in Hamilton Township. More selection, better price on Ford cars, trucks, and SUVs, and award-winning service. Haldeman Ford, Route 33, Hamilton Township. We're loving 9th Street on Main in Yardley at 40 South Main Street. Nobody makes better South Philly sandwiches, steak sandwiches with sliced ribeye, the chicken cutlet, pan-fried the old school way, South Philly hoagies made on South Philly seeded bread, roast pork, meatball, eggplant and sausage, 9th Street on Main in Yardley at 40 South Main Street. Thanks also to Brian Rogers at Yardley Pharmacy, 175 South Main Street in Yardley. Brian, a hometown community leader, proud to support Pennsbury football on WBCB.
Updated North Penn, Penn Ridge up 10, 13-3 halfway through the third quarter.
The give brings the Patriots inside the 10.
He's brought down by number 22, Matt McCartney.
Asher Green right there on that carry. Stop made by McCartney, and that'll put the CB East with a 1st and goal at the 10-yard line.
CB East takes over 1st and goal from the 10-yard line.
Patriots on the doorstep. Pulford under center. Strong to the right side, and they run that way. Down to the 5 is Green, and he stood up there. Jackson Coons and McCartney stand him up. So they got it, they mark it at the 6. 2nd and goal from the 6. As the clock now under the 5-minute mark. Again, strong to the right side, and this time Pulford is going to tuck it away and take it into the end zone for a CB East touchdown with 4:47 to go. It's 6-0 Patriots.
Well, something had to give eventually, and CB East the first ones to break through, and 4:47 left. Falcons are going to have to get to work fast.
Well, like you said, that was like the Hunter Pulford drive, as they really
live and die by him, and they
leaned on him in a big-time way. And now Woodnicki will try to add the extra point. It's good. So 7-0 as we come back up the field. The only score tonight, a 6-yard Hunter Pulford touchdown run to make it 7-0. And still leaves the Falcons with 4:47 to work with on the fourth quarter clock.
8 rushes on that drive for Pulford, nearly 35 to 40 yards. What a drive by Pulford, just taking full command, and now the slow Falcon offense is going to have to get their wings going and fly down this field with just under 5 minutes to go.
Kramer's Bakery in Yardley, baking things great since 1946. Handmade baked goods, made fresh daily on the premises. Kramer's features custom cakes, dessert cakes with real fruit, cheesecakes, Danish, pastry, their own fresh donuts, muffins, and more, including fresh bread and rolls. Kramer's Bakery, they have dessert trays, great for corporate events or gifts, breakfast trays, cookie trays, and more. Kramer's Bakery, 14 East Afton Avenue in Yardley. Open Mondays 9 to 6, Tuesday through Saturday open 7 to 7, and Sundays open 7 to 6. Remember, everything baked fresh right on the premises at Kramer's Bakery. And don't forget, read about tonight's game in tomorrow's edition of the Trentonian. Woodnicki approaches the football, lets this one go. Sean Beatty grabs it at the 15, tries to head to the far side of the field, turns it up at the 25 and gets to the 30. decent return there by Beatty, and the Falcons with a 1st and 10 from their own 31-yard line.
Pennsbury will take over 1st down and 10.
Well, the Falcons are going to have to get the wings out or hit the accelerator here, as they have just over 4.5 to go.
And a big note is the Falcons offense obviously struggling tonight, but they stuck with Jack Arndt the entire game, showing confidence in the young sophomore. And this could be the future of the Falcons, and this could be a kickstart moment to his career in the orange and black if he's able to drive them down the field and tie, if not take the lead here tonight. But we've seen a lot of times, sorry, Chris, but when their offense is struggling, they'll switch out the quarterback, David Kane, Jack Arndt. We've seen that happen all year long, and they stick with the young kid tonight.
That's Randolph in motion. Gets the handoff on the jet sweep and gets tripped up.
Handoff to number 17, Connor Randolph.
Play made by Owen Metzger.
Number 33, Tommy Saylor.
Oh, excuse me, Tommy Saylor.
Official timeout for injury on the field.
In there as one of the Patriots is shaken up. Injury timeout with 4:25 to go. CB East in front of Pennsbury, 7-0 here on the McCaffrey's Game of the Night.
Rob's Automotive and Collision Center in Lower Bucks County is a full-service repair center with competitive prices, top-of-the-line products, and the finest auto body and mechanical repair technicians anywhere. Rob's makes repairing your car easy. Same-day service guaranteed. Whether it's an oil change, state inspection, or a mechanical issue, Rob's will have you in and out and on your way. 2700 Veterans Highway in Bristol, 215-826-9200 for 24-hour emergency towing. Call 215-826-0255.
Hunter Pulford, the CB East quarterback, was the man down, and he's able to get back to his feet, come over to the near sideline without help, and maybe he'll be able to get back to action here as the Falcons with a 2nd and 9. Arndt moves Randolph in motion, rolls to the near side, pressure, lets this one go, and it's brought in by Sean Beatty. Great adjustment by the Pennsbury receiver, comes back to get it, and the Falcons with a 1st down up to the 44 of CB East.
Great job to just adjust to that ball in the air. Sean Beatty saw the ball was going to be underthrown a little bit, so didn't give up too much to this defender there. Didn't want to show anything early, but the last second able to shake him off, get under the ball, come away with a huge catch. Great job.
A risky throw there by Arndt, but the Falcons make the most of it. Here the handoff is to McCardle, and McCardle with a punishing run across the 40 to the 39. Picks up 5. Falcons, who typically have a tendency to walk it down the field and take their time. Time right now limited, down to 3:22. And they need to get in the end zone. Randolph and Beatty split to the wide side. And the give to McCardle, and Liam Hoey with another big play. Great defensive night for Liam Hoey, makes a TFL.
35 Noah McCardle, the ball carrier, brought down by number 6, Liam Hoey.
The 3rd and 6 from the 40. Falcons still with all 3 of their timeouts.
I mean, there's still a good amount of time left, 2:40 left to go, but with this offense that ground and pound and wear you down, not exactly the time you need, especially now a 3rd and 6, and time's still going.
Yeah, every play critically important here for Pennsbury, but especially this one, 3rd and 6 from the 40. Arndt from the gun, Brown moves to his side, the pocket breaks down, and Arndt is sacked. Another play by Liam Hoey.
Sack made by number 6, Liam Hoey.
And that brings up 4th and 6 with 2:11 to go. The Falcons take a timeout, and it looks like their plan is try to pin CB East deep and try to use their timeouts. And at least it looked like that was what they were planning to do. Now after this timeout, maybe dial something up for 4th and long.
Go for one of those aren't deep balls that we just saw, connection with Beatty there. Only thing you can really think of, because these running plays haven't been able to generate those big chunk plays you would like, and with 11 yards to go, you need to find something here.
Yeah, 2:11. I'm trying to do the math. With 2 timeouts in your back pocket,
I don't think it's going to be enough.
You still don't want to kick it away. Meanwhile, for Pennsbury, they need to figure out what they want to do. Looks like everybody got the plan.
Yep, offense back out there.
And they will go for it on 4th and 11. Game comes down to this play. And it looks like the Falcons confused, and they need to take another timeout.
Yeah, that's two of your 3 timeouts right there with still 2+ minutes to go. And, you were all in that huddle. Coach Snyder ran the play down and then still have to blow another timeout. Costly.
I mean, the other option maybe is to try to kick it, hold on to all 3 timeouts, and try to kick that ball away as soon as possible. But now comes down to a 4th and 11 attempt as the Falcons use up 2 of their timeouts. And it looks like there's a injured player for the Patriots.
Looks like he got some sort of cramp. Yep, Howie back up, ready to go.
And again, the Pennsbury Falcons taking a lot of time here to figure out what play they want to run, get everybody ready to go. The CB East, some CB East players trying to fire up the crowd. They got them going a little bit for this 4th and 11 play. From the gun, Arndt, play action, tries to set up a screen to McCardle, and it's incomplete. Jack Arndt hit by guess who? Liam Hoey, as he let that one go. And it's a turnover on downs. CB East football with 2:07 to go. And now for the Patriots, a couple of, play it conservative, keep it on the ground, and work the clock.
Yeah, run this game out till it's dead is what the CB East is going to try to do, and Pulford basically just did that and got into the end zone off of it, but Falcons unable to execute on 4th and 11. Kind of an interesting play call. Go for the screen pass on 4th and long, and who knows what could have happened if the play was converted, but I mean, Liam Hoey just on a different planet on that final drive and breaks it up.
And Pulford will run to the strong side. Quarterback keeper. Good to see Pulford able to return to action as he was shaken up on a play. He was out there on defense.
Pulford's up to 50 yards on the ground tonight.
Well, nobody with impressive stats, but Pulford has the lone touchdown, a 6-yard touchdown run, and that's the only score tonight. 7-0. We'll add the extra point from Winicki, but a defensive struggle up to the 4:47 mark of the 4th quarter. I mean, a defensive struggle throughout, but that was the first time anybody was able to put any points up there. Now everybody in tight, strong again to the near side. The handoff to Ingram. Ingram breaks a tackle, gets to the outside, and he'll just slide down, tackled by Sean Beatty. And a pretty good play there by Ingram. Picks up the first down. And as he slides down, allows his team to set up in victory formation, take a knee, and salt this one away.
Yeah, I mean, this is a heartbreaker tonight for Pennsbury. 0-0 game, and then just a tough, grinded out drive by the Patriots that gets them in the end zone, and now...
And for the Falcons, they're going to look back at that 1st and goal situation. They had it all the way down to the 5.
Yep.
And here, Pulford takes the knee. And the Patriots of Central Bucks East improve their record to 4-1. Falcons now 0-5 as they'll look for their first win of the season next week against a tough CB South team as they will take on the Titans. Congratulations to Central Bucks East on their green out night, getting a 7-0 win. And the only touchdown coming on a 6-yard touchdown run from quarterback, sophomore QB, Hunter Pulford. All right, stay with us. We'll return here in just a moment to wrap things up on the WBCB Sports Network.
5-0.
Don't let joint pain bring you down. See how you can get relief at a free joint pain seminar at St. Mary Orthopedics. Joint care experts will inform and answer questions about diagnosing, managing, and treating joint problems and knowing when it's time for a joint replacement. Ready to get back to life? Get to the next free joint pain seminar. Details at stmaryhealthcare.org/joint seminar. It's your health. Expect more. Don't let joint pain bring you down. See how you can get relief at a free joint pain seminar at St. Mary Orthopedics. Joint care experts will inform and answer questions about diagnosing, managing, and treating joint problems and knowing when it's time for a joint replacement. Ready to get back to life? Get to the next free joint pain seminar. Details at stmaryhealthcare.org/joint seminar. It's your health. Expect more.
Welcome back to CB East High School, where the Patriots get a 7-0 win over the Pennsbury Falcons. Tonight's game on WBCB brought to you by Team Toyota, St. Mary Medical Center, McCaffrey's Food Markets. Thanks to the Revere Restaurant, Jen Shoren for DA, PNC Bank, Ben Franklin Plumbing of Levittown, Rob's Automotive and Collision, BCWSA, Fred Herron for Sheriff, Kalinowski Performance Academy, PIAA District 1, Galaxy Landscaping, BAI Security Systems, The Trentonian, 9th Street on Main, along with Haldeman Ford, Kramer's Bakery, Yardley Pharmacy and Supply, Jammer Doors, Yardley Family Haircutters, Charcoal, BYOB, Villa Rosa Pizzeria and Italian Restaurant, Junior's Car Wash, the Pennsbury Football Parents Club. Big thanks to Senator Steve Sanacero, Puss in Boots Tavern, and Di Lorenzo's The Berg Pizza. And we sent Ben down to the field, maybe talking to some Pennsbury defenders, but also hoping to grab a word with some of the players from CB East as they get a big 7-0 win. And in that fourth quarter, like we said, Gus, just felt like something had to give and ended up being a bunch of quarterback keepers for Hunter Pulford, and he was able to pick up 3 here, 4 there, work him down the field, and eventually work his way in.
Yeah, we've seen plenty of good offensive drives this game. It felt like one of those had to end with a score. And like you said, Pulford able to do it himself. Finally, he was just like, you know what, I'm tired of this. We got to get in the end zone. Let me take it myself. And did a good job, like you said, just chunk plays here and there. Able to get in the end zone, and a big 7-0 win here for a defensive battle game for CB East.
Yeah, I think both teams going to go back to the drawing board and say, hey, we need to work on things as far as the offense is concerned. And I think both teams look at the way the defense is played here tonight and say, hey, look, this is the strength of our team this season. We're going to lean on this side of the football from here on out. And maybe that's going to be a way for Pennsbury to try to get a W next week against CB South, as we'll be with you with more Pennsbury Falcon football and another McCaffrey's game of the night next week here on BCB. Well, thanks to the crew, Gus Barber, our video engineer, helping to call the game. Ben Goldstein, who's down on the field, hooked us up with stats and analysis. And to Justin Lawrence, our cameraman. And again, thanks to you for being with us here from CB East High School. Our final score, it was the Patriots 7 and the Pennsbury Falcons 0.